It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Better Call Saul. This is going to be another theory / explained video. In this video, I'm going to be predicting what I think the next Jesse and Walt cameo will be on Better Call Saul, and how the worlds of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad are going to collide again. Now, obviously, they're in the same universe, so it's the same world, but you get what I mean. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So of course, based on what Bob Odenkirk, who of course plays Saul, said in an interview, and also based on what Bryan Cranston, who of course played Walt, said, they have confirmed that Jesse and Walt are going to appear in 3 scenes in total. One which is going to be with Jesse and Walt together, one which is going to be with Jesse without Walt, and another one with Walt and no Jesse. Now, of course, the scene that we saw in Season 6, Episode 11, which was called Breaking Bad, gave us the very first scene, which was Walt and Jesse together. We are not going to see any other scenes with Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul again in Better Call Saul, but we are going to see 2 scenes with them individually. One with Jesse and other characters of Better Call Saul, and another with Jesse and other characters of Better Call Saul. The very interesting thing about this is that there's really 2 timelines that they could play with, and we could see Jesse and Walt return in any of these 2 timelines. One is a bit trickier than the other, especially when it comes to Walt, the Gene Takovic timeline, when it comes to whether Walt is even alive at that point. So that gets a little tricky, but with Jesse, it's more likely, easier to do. My prediction is that the next scenes that Jesse and Walt are going to appear in is going to be with Kim and Saul. And I think this is what they're going to do. I think they're going to have either Walt or Jesse and Kim, and the other is going to be either Walt or Jesse and Saul. Now, if we kind of think about the timeline and how everything could come together, the first possibility is we could see a scene with Saul in the Gene Takovic timeline and Jesse. And of course, it'll be the events of after El Camino. They could do some very interesting things with the 2 of them, because obviously they're the only 2 characters from the Breaking Bad universe who are central to the Heisenberg story. And you could have the wrapping up of the Heisenberg story with the 2 of them. Now, if this is not the way they go with it, if they have a scene with Saul and Walt instead, then I think the most likely scenario is for us to see some variation or some form of the scene from Breaking Bad where Saul goes to the high school to talk to Walt. I mean, we did see the start of that scene at the end of Season 6, Episode 11, so it's very likely that they're gonna follow that up with the scene that we saw in Breaking Bad, and they could kind of show us that scene all over again, but maybe with some variations, or not even variations, but some expansions as far as what they talk about. And of course, the alternative is the flip of everything we talked about. It'll be the same scenario, but it'll be flipped, where instead of Saul, it'll be Kim. So we might see a scene with Walt and Kim. Now you might ask, what are they gonna do when it comes to their scene? How could that possibly work? Well, I have a whole video on that, so if you're interested, go check it out. It's a video titled, Did Kim Wexler Help Skyler White? So go check it out if you're interested. Now, of course, if they do this with Walt and Kim, then I think they're gonna do the scene with Jesse and Saul. But if they do the scene with Walt and Saul, then they're not gonna do this scene, but they're gonna do a scene with Kim and Jesse. And I think if they do this, it'll be a scene in the Gene Takovic timeline. And it'll be something along the lines of Kim and Jesse encountering one another for whatever reason. We do know that she was following the Heisenberg case, because obviously Francesca did reveal that she heard on the news about everything, and she called Francesca to ask if Jimmy was doing okay. So we definitely know that she's been following the case. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go through in this video. Long story short, I think that the scenes that are going to be coming up with Jesse and Walt are going to mirror each other. And one of them is going to deal with Kim while the other deals with Saul. And I don't think both of these are going to be in the same timeline. I think one will be in the pre-Breaking Bad or close to the end of Breaking Bad timeline, and one would be in the Gene Takovic timeline. But I'm definitely interested to know your thoughts and opinions about this theory. Do you think that they're going to do something like this, or do you think that my predictions are way off? And before you even comment about this theory or any of the theories being stupid, like one of the other commenters, just know that this is a theory and no one really knows what's going to happen. We're just speculating here. No one knows it because they haven't seen it. So unless someone has leaked information that they want to talk about, we don't know anything. We're just all predicting and speculating. So let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.